So what happens if you decided you wanted to go ahead and get the materials to build a house, and you wanted to go ahead and have the windows, the doors, the floor, the trim, but you weren't just going to build one. You're going to build 3 or 4 small or tiny houses, and not just over the rest of your life, but somehow in the next 3 or 4 months. And do this with having seminars, teams. People show up to want to share the work, learn how to do it, and also possibly get one of the houses. My perspective is that if we went ahead and sent the materials out to go ahead and build 5 houses, and we sold 4 houses, one of those houses would go to the group that did it all. Entire profit, no cost for the materials. You put 5 houses together, you sell 4 houses. That material package, that's all we get paid. All the labor, all the other parts, pieces that you might put into it, that's yours to make a profit on. Now, what that means is that in a small house, it's all defined by what's small, what's tiny to you. For some people, tiny, I've got houses that are 76, 80 square feet downstairs, with another 60 upstairs, which is enough to have a double bed, have a little writing desk upstairs, have a little tiny shower downstairs with a little RV toilet in the shower, so you can actually have a shower out there, and a little kitchenette where you'd have your coffee and your little toast, and maybe a double burner so that you could go ahead and do breakfast or something like that with a little sink. All that could be done in 100 square feet. That's what's called a master suite. You don't cook all your meals out there. It's not where you have your guests over. It's where you go at night to sleep, to rest, to heal. You can have a family with the parents having a master suite, one for mom, one for dad. You could have the children have master suites. The only larger area you need is where you get together and you talk, play games, eat, have a kitchen. The gathering house. That's where we commune together. Commune means to communicate. If we have a community, that means we communicate about the unity amongst us, the oneness of the group, how we help each other out, how we make things possible by enabling others to have homes, to have shelter, to have food by participating in growing in the gardens, to help build other people's houses in return for having theirs built for far less. Far, far less. In fact, maybe nearly no cost. Because if you trade your labor in return for the labor you can't do. So if you're a good painter, if you can do carpentry down low, but you don't want to be climbing up on roofs, then have the young guys or the other guys that do climb on roofs, they do the framing for you. In return, you help put the siding on their houses, or you help do the painting, or you help do something that you can do on your level in return for them doing something they can do on their level. And the cost of a house can be down to the cost of the materials. And I have a way to get the cost of the materials, quality materials, all American made. Some of the best you could possibly find in the entire United States. Though you need some labor to reglaze around the windows, the glass, that you don't have to make any more glass at 2,000 calories per square inch. You don't have to import any glass. The wood, cypress, you can't buy the wood that these windows are made of. That's why they don't make wood windows anymore, because the wood won't last. This wood does. So, just like if you take care of yourself, at 70 years old, I'm still good. And one of these houses, they can last for a lot more than 70 years. They're all over the place. Sears catalog cottages are still in existence all around the United States, especially in the South, along the railroads. They were shipped on the railroads. There was Sears, there was Montgomery Ward's, there was also another company, Aladdin. They all shipped kit houses. We have a part of the collection of J.F. Smith and Brothers. We can order all the parts, the windows and the hardware and all that can be ordered in a catalog. And J.F. Smith and Brothers shipped around the United States from 1863 to 1963. There was a man who saved all their inventory in 1963, and a dentist. And he had it until he was 84 years old. 40 years later, he was in an old folks home with his wife. That was the J.F. Smith and Brothers. Look them up in Galveston. The great suppliers for 100 years of Texas. And he saved their inventory. And when he was on his last legs in the old folks home, I showed up and saved it all. And within 4 days, he and his wife passed away, knowing somebody was going to save the stuff till you all came along. Next, your turn.